Fame, fortune, and talent were theirs, but life had other plans. These black celebrities lit up our screens, blessed our playlists, and inspired millions before fate took them away far too soon. Some are gone in the blink of an eye. Others battled silently until the very end. But one thing for sure, the world never forgot them. In an industry where black excellence often goes underappreciated, these stars broke barriers, made history, and left legacies that still echo today. From shocking deaths that made headlines to quiet passings that deserve more spotlight. These 20 black celebrities died too soon, and each story will leave you speechless. Let's honor their brilliance, mourn their loss, and remember why they still matter. 1. Chadwick Boseman was a king, literally and symbolically. Known worldwide for his groundbreaking role as T'Challa in Black Panther, Chadwick inspired millions. But behind the scenes, he silently battled stage 3 colon cancer for 4 years. His 2020 death at age 43 shocked the world. He filmed several major films, including The Five Bloods and Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. While undergoing treatment, his strength, dignity, and legacy made him a real-life superhero. His loss left a painful void, especially for young black kids who finally saw themselves in a superhero. 2. Aaliyah was more than a rising star. She was the future of R&B. With hits like Try Again and Rock the Boat, she was poised to dominate both music and film. Tragically, her life was cut short in a plane crash in the Bahamas in 2001. She was only 22. The accident happened just after filming a music video. Fans were heartbroken, and the industry lost an icon in making. Her style, voice, and influence are still felt in music today. Aaliyah's name lives on in every artist who followed her path. 3. Tupac wasn't just a rapper. He was a poet, activist, and revolutionary. Known for hits like Changes and Dear Mama, he voiced the struggles of a generation. On September 13, 1996, Tupac died after a drive-by shooting in Las Vegas. He was only 25. His murder remains unsolved, fueling conspiracy theories to this day. Beyond music, Tupac had the potential to impact politics and society at large. His lyrics, legacy, and fearless spirit continue to influence hip-hop and social justice movements. For Whitney Houston had the voice, pure, powerful, and unmatched. From I Will Always Love You to I Have Nothing, she made magic. But behind the scenes, she struggled with addiction. On February 11, 2012, Whitney was found unresponsive in a hotel bathtub. Her death at 48 was a tragic reminder of fame's heavy toll. She left behind a musical legacy that will never be replicated. Her daughter, Bobbi Kristina, would tragically die just 3 years later under similar circumstances. 5. Michael Jackson. The king of pop changed the music world forever. From Thriller to Billie Jean, Michael Jackson redefined performance and stardom. But fame came with intense scrutiny, legal battles, and health issues. On June 25, 2009, he died from cardiac arrest due to a drug overdose at 50 years old. The world stopped that day. His death shocked generations of fans who grew up with his music. Regardless of the controversy, his cultural impact is undeniable. Michael was a genius, and he left too soon. 6. Lisa Left Eye Lopes. As a member of TLC, Lisa Left Eye Lopes brought fire, passion, and creativity to one of the best-selling girl groups of all time. In 2002, while filming a documentary in Honduras, Lisa died in a tragic car accident. She was only 30. Her death stunned fans and ended an era for TLC. She had plans for solo music, charity work, and artistic projects. Lisa's energy and originality are still missed today. 7. Bernie Mac was one of the most beloved comedians of his time. From The Bernie Mac Show to Ocean's 11, his humor was unmatched. In 2008, Bernie died from complications of pneumonia at just 50 years old. His death came as a shock to fans and friends alike. Known for his tough love and realness, Bernie was more than just funny. He was a father figure to millions. His legacy lives on in the comedy world. 8. Phyllis Hyman had one of the most soulful voices of the 70s and 80s. Known for songs like You Know How to Love Me, she struggled with depression and the pressures of the industry. In 1995, at the age of 45, she died by suicide just hours before a scheduled performance. Her loss was devastating. Phyllis's emotional depth in her music continues to touch fans who relate to her struggles and her artistry. 9. Though Paul Walker wasn't widely known as black, his background included black ancestry through his maternal side. Best known for the Fast and the Furious series, Paul died in a tragic car crash in 2013 at age 40. He was deeply respected by fans, colleagues, and charities he supported. His sudden passing left a huge hole in one of Hollywood's biggest franchises. 10. Mac Miller was not black, but his deep ties to the hip-hop community earned him love and respect from many black artists. He died of an overdose in 2018 at just 26 years old. His musical range and collaborations with black artists like Anderson .Paak and Kendrick Lamar made him a cultural bridge in modern rap. His loss was felt across communities. 11. Bobbi Kristina Brown, the daughter of Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown. Bobbi Kristina was born into fame, but also into deep tragedy. Just 3 years after her mother's death, Bobbi was found unresponsive in a bathtub, eerily similar to Whitney's own passing. She remained in a coma for nearly 6 months before dying in July 2015 at the age of 22. The young star struggled with the immense pressure of her family's legacy and the media spotlight. Her death shocked the world and served as a painful reminder of how generational trauma and addiction can ripple through even the most iconic families. 12. Jason Mizell, better known as Jam Master Jay, was a legendary DJ behind Run DMC, one of the most influential hip-hop groups of all time. In 2002, he was tragically shot and killed in his recording studio in Queens, New York, at the age of 37. His murder remained unsolved for nearly 2 decades, causing frustration and heartbreak among fans and loved ones. Jam Master Jay wasn't just a DJ. He was a mentor, community leader, and pioneer of hip-hop culture. His untimely death highlighted the violence that still plagues the music industry and took away a true innovator. 13. Heather B. wasn't a traditional celebrity, but her impact on the black LGBTQ+ and motherhood communities was profound. Known for her powerful writing and open discussion of mental health, Heather passed away in 2023 at age 47. While not a household name, she helped break silence around postpartum depression, addiction, and identity. Her voice was important for women of color navigating motherhood and mental illness. Her death serves as a reminder that even strong advocates sometimes lose their personal battles. 14. Heavy D, born Dwight Arrington Myers, was a charismatic rapper, producer, and actor known for hits like Now That We Found Love. He brought joy and positivity to hip-hop in the late 80s and 90s. In 2011, he collapsed outside his Beverly Hills home and later died of a pulmonary embolism at age 44. Heavy D had just made a musical comeback and appeared at major award shows shortly before his death. His vibrant energy, smooth delivery, and influence on hip-hop culture made his passing a significant loss for the genre. 15. While Corey Haim was not black, his deep collaborations with black actors and his presence in diverse Hollywood spaces during the 80s and 90s left a unique cultural impact. He died in 2010 at age 38 from complications related to pneumonia. Corey's inclusion here reminds us that Hollywood pressures and addiction struggles cross racial lines, and that allyship and friendship between communities matter. He had many black fans and friends who mourned his loss deeply. 16. Thomas Mikal Ford, best known for his role as a sensible and level-headed Tommy on Martin. Thomas Mikal Ford was a staple of 90s black sitcom culture. His character's mysterious job status became a running gag. But in real life, Ford was an actor, author, and motivational speaker. In 2016, he died from a ruptured abdominal aneurysm at the age of 52. His passing deeply affected fans who grew up watching him. He was more than just a funny sidekick. He was a mentor and a positive figure both on and off screen. 17. Brandon Lee, son of martial arts legend Bruce Lee, had African-American ancestry on his mother's side and was on the verge of Hollywood stardom when tragedy struck. During the filming of The Crow, he was accidentally shot with a prop gun and died in 1993 at just 28. His death shocked Hollywood and prompted changes in film set safety. Though often remembered through the lens of his father's legacy, Brandon was carving his own path. and his death came just as his light began to shine. 18. Kalief Browder wasn't a celebrity in the traditional sense, but his story reached millions. Arrested at 16 for allegedly stealing a backpack, he spent 3 years in Rikers Island without trial, 2 in solitary confinement. After his release, he suffered from deep trauma and died by suicide in 2015 at just 22. His tragic story became the subject of a documentary by Jay-Z and spurred nationwide conversation about the justice system's abuse of black youth. Kalief's legacy is one of pain, but also one of change. His name continues to inspire criminal justice reform. 19. Though Avicii was not black, his collaborations with black artists and producers helped introduce soulful and Afro-inspired sounds to global EDM. He died by suicide in 2018 at the age of 28, sending shockwaves through the music industry. His inclusion reminds us that many of today's genre-bending music moments were built on shared cultural creativity. The pressure of fame and constant touring wore him down. His death was a global wake-up call about mental health and entertainment. 20. DMX was raw, real, and revolutionary, with a gritty voice and emotional lyrics. He brought pain, faith, and fire to every track. Known for hits like Rough Riders Anthem and Slippin', DMX battled addiction and personal demons for years. In 2021, he suffered a heart attack caused by a drug overdose and died at the age of 50. His passing devastated fans across generations. Despite his struggles, DMX was a spiritual man who inspired millions with his honesty and faith. He was a legend, and his death marked the end of an era in hip-hop.